we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of our podcast. We thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. I am C. Carter. Joining beside me is Cody and Jose. And
And
fellas, what a weekend we saw. I mean, it was a great weekend. It was a great sports weekend. We saw the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
Fact of it, we had the first round draft party right here in our bar, and it was a full bar. And
which, by the way, for people who are wondering what was Cody saying last episode, just don't worry. I had a couple drinks and then I passed out.
oh come on, a couple of drinks, please. You
It's not alcohol, so get your mind out of the gutter now.
So, fellas, let's go ahead and talk about the NFL draft first of all.
Okay.
First of all, let's go ahead and discuss that because first and foremost, there was a lot of wheeling and dealing just in the first round alone.
Yeah,
There was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, round one had Wheeling and dealing. I managed to actually watch the third round on Sunday.
It's Saturday. No, Friday was the second and third round. Saturday was
Day three of the draft.
Yeah.
So I had to watch the tail end of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let Tree, you posted the NFL draft talking. There was one person, like one diehard Atlanta Falcons fan, talking about the next pick, and he was holding the Atlanta Falcons Bowl championship, and someone said 28-3. Yeah, if we haven't heard that fucking joke in a while.
That is true. Now, I think the thing that got me in the first round was how Arizona, first of all, they had the number 3 overall draft pick, and they traded it to Houston. I tell you what,
Yeah, that was a bit shocking, but think about it.
And then the Jets got traded. That's got traded.
Mm-hmm. Well, hold on that thought for a second, Cody.
But as I was saying, right?
Yeah,
If you think about it, it's I don't know how I think about it.
Well, I think here's the thing, and I can see what Houston's doing. This is a Houston Texans team that is really, really, really wanting to show the league that hey, we're not going to be the league's whipping boys anymore.
Even though you still are.
Well, they were showing aggressive. They were being aggressive. Not only did they get their quarterback, but they also got some help on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh yeah.
And one thing I'm happy about is Colts finally have a young QB that the fans have been fucking wanting.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Cody, and I know you don't like it, but remember the last time the Indianapolis Colts drafted a quarterback?
I know.
Now, if Jim Irsay is smart, he'll work on that line, fix that line, build that line to make sure that Robinson, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Has a long-term career in the
And
NFL.
if not, he's gonna end up like Andrew Luck.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm. So
I think that's the short end. I think that's the short end of it. Let's just to quickly wrap that up. What do you think?
I think
Just to wrap up that like little conversation alone. I want to talk about.
Let me first of all bring Brandon on in.
Yo,
Mm-hmm.
Finally, your ass is up.
shut up, Hagen.
Anyways, you're 4 minutes late. That's a 4-minute penalty. Nice kid. Anyways, look. I lost it. Fuck.
You had your point about Andrew Luck, and then you lost it, just like how the Colts season.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I was gonna move on in the draft to talk about something that happened a little bit later after I kind of went on, after I left the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and that my friend, who is Pedro, I think y'all saw him in the draft.
Yeah.
And he was happy about what was his name? That got drafted to Big Blue.
Deontay Baker.
Huh?
Deontay Baker.
Yeah. I think he said it on Discord. He said it to me on Discord. He said this. Deontay Banks with a gift saying, "Let's fucking go."
I think that no, there was some teams in the draft, fellas, that made some that made some very good picks, and we've seen. And yes, we have to say, yes, the Colts did pick up a quarterback. Great. Now, the question is, how are they going to build a team around them? Or is Jim Irsay going to let another quarterback bite the dust?
Let's hope not.
You know, and I think another thing to consider, Tampa Bay, they got what they needed.
A new team.
Pittsburgh got what they needed.
Oh, wait, before that, your name Tree marked the absolute fuck out of him having Broderick Jones get drafted.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think Pittsburgh needs some help on that offensive line, so that's going to help.
Yeah, they also need help on they also need help on like the defensive line as well. So that's why I think they drafted Joey Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm. Well, you kind of figured that was going to happen. I mean, his dad did play for the Steelers, so you knew it was bound to happen.
Meanwhile, it was the Bills or the Bills or the next New York team that's right next to
Jets.
Yeah, no, not the Jets.
I almost said Redskins. Commanders.
No, I'm talking about probably the Bills because they got themselves into hot water after some of the players got arrested for illegal gambling.
No, that's the Cardinals.
That's Detroit. Yeah, I think you probably need to hold off for a second, Corey, because I think you're still hungover.
And besides, he's the only type of guy that don't know the traditions when it comes.
Fuck off! I didn't know.
I think here's the thing, and as you look at this, the overall point of this draft, and I think that first of all, the schedule is supposed to be announced on May the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's gonna be something.
So that's when.
Speaking of, we're actually slowly tracking down there. 9 days left.
Mm-hmm. So
we just got breaking news as far as the NBA goes.
We got Morris. Let me guess. The person who got arrested last episode when we talked about him.
No, dummy.
Yeah.
The 2022-2023 NBA MVP award was announced, and the winner on that one, the center of the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid.
Yes.
That's not a shocker. That really isn't a shocker, honestly. I'm just saying because he kind of made. He kind of made the Nets look like. He kind of made the Nets his bitch at that point. I'm just saying.
I know you don't talk much about soccer, but why don't Messi got suspended for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I think that what happened with that, it was that he
went to Saudi
without permission.
Anyways, I'm sorry to cut you off, Cody, but I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the NFL because I kind of want to talk about the Aaron Rodgers trade. And yes, it has been completed.
That.
But here's the thing. It's completed. I'm cool with it, but I'm not cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain why. There's a part of me that thinks Aaron Rodgers is not going to be a responsibility, but more of a liability, because they'll what's what I'm looking for?
He's following the footsteps of his father.
No. The Jets are going to rely on him so much that it's not going to become a reliability, but it's going to become a liability, and it's going to cause their already seemingly downfall.
So
that's just me, though.
I think so. Basically, what you're saying is that we could see a possible deja vu of when Favre went to the Jets.
Hey,
yes.
Hey Carter, it's like father, like son.
I mean, the Jets is. The Jets is a quarterback graveyard. So, what's the excuse?
Let me also bring up that of the overall NFL so far. First of all, we said Thursday that Lamar Jackson's getting some big money. I mean, big money.
Big money.
Watch this. Watch this. He's not gonna get paid throughout this whole season. Abracadabra.
But so obviously the Ravens, they continue to build. They gave him another weapon, and also, if you're the Minnesota Vikings and they drafted a wide receiver, I tell you what, Kirk Cousins is on the hot seat, and also,
Oh God, someone has echoing.
Nah, I just had it muted. That's all.
yeah, because I think Kirk Cousins is on the hot seat because he's got some weapons to throw to now besides Justin Jefferson.
I mean, that is true, and I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: you can't go wrong with too. You can't go wrong with too many weapons, but you can go wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna stick to the most reliable person on the field, and I'm not gonna get. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Justin Jefferson is a great cat. Is a great wide receiver. I think is that his position.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great wide receiver. I mean, look at him against the Bills last season.
Oh God.
I will not stop saying that is probably one of the better games that we've ever one of the better games we've seen that last season. So hopefully we can see more games like that. Maybe I don't know though.
So I'll talk about there's some stuff there's some good news about one broadcasting company that we'll get to the baseball portion of this one, but continue.
I think also, if you look at through the NFL, and I'll try and make this quick because we do got a lot to go through tonight.
Yeah.
But I think overall though, the teams that did well in the draft, you got to tip your hat off to Houston. You also got to tip your hat off to Philadelphia, who at this point, I mean, you might as well just go ahead and say the Eagles were down to Georgia looking for some souls to steal. They was well behind. It
went down to Georgia.
No. They went down to Georgia and just went to the Atlanta Falcons game and says, "I'm here, bitch, and I'm half gasoline with me."
I think here's the thing. Also, the Chargers went over to TCU and grab a handful of players. So
that's not that bad. The draft isn't bad. Let's just put it that way. The draft wasn't bad.
Yeah,
but I mean,
it wasn't that bad. I mean, they had a person who beat Kansas' ass and actually was featured on Fox News about.
Well, also let
there is a red flag though.
Yeah, but let me also throw in one more thing, because one of the picks which the Eagles made, most people would think it's a risk when they drafted Carter in the first round.
Yeah, because Trey brought it up after he talked about his car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, and I think you, Nate Tree, spoke about this.
Yeah, I did.
If they give Carter a come to Jesus speech, Eagles gonna be a dangerous team. I don't see anyone. I'm sorry, Jose and Brandon, but I don't see anyone stopping the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, here's the thing. You don't need to be sorry to me. Just be sorry to Brandon and maybe Paige if he ever comes in. But don't be sorry with me. I'm just an overlooker at all of this. I just sit down on top of a bridge eating popcorn, watching the chaos unfold.
Oh, God. Even now, God damn it! Even now on StreamYard, my Wi-Fi decides to go to shit.
Oh, you got that McDonald's Wi-Fi. That's great. Oh no! Oh no! That's the usual Colts Wi-Fi you always have. Never mind.
Now, let's go ahead and shift focus and let's head off to the court, the NBA court. Brandon brought up that Joel Embiid is the regular season MVP.
Yeah, the first time that a Sixer won an MVP award since 2001 with Allen Iverson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's saying something, and I think that he must have been over. Well, I don't know. Did he play last night?
When
the 76ers and the Celtics did battle. By the way, the 76ers beat Boston in Boston.
That's the irony.
And so, and overall though, this has been the NBA playoffs has been a monster. Let's be honest with ourselves. I mean, because
Chaotic.
we have seen some upsets over the weekend. First of all, I am completely and utterly disappointed in the Memphis Grizzlies because they were the number 2 team in the Western Conference. Now I know that LA Lakers are a very tough team. First of all, Dylan Brooks should have kept his mouth shut.
That's obvious.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that because one thing you do not want to do is you do not want to poke the bear, and you really do not want to piss off the beast. Now,
And just another thing, he's inactive for game 1.
I'm talking about Dylan Brooks.
No. Joel Embiid.
Oh, okay then.
Well,
now let me go ahead and get through this. I was saying. So
No.
I was disappointed because like I said Memphis won the Southwest Division. They were the number 2 team in the Western Conference. And then next thing for now you knew that the Lakers would probably might run the Grizzlies off the court, but Game 6 was a complete and utter disappointment. Okay, I can accept a team losing. But 125-85 in Game 6.
Oh God!
Yeah.
What?
That's that's beyond gross. That's fucking revolting. That's rotten.
That's a car crash, so you don't even want to look.
I mean,
Yeah.
they just quit. I mean, the Grizzlies just quit. I mean,
can I just be honest? They don't. Can I just be honest?
yeah.
How the hell did they get into the postseason in the first place?
Well, they won. They
hacked.
were good during the regular season. John Moran, basically carried the Grizzlies into the playoffs.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, it's okay, right? They carried it. I mean, he carried them into the playoffs, and then their controller disconnected because they ran out of battery.
Well, that's one way
No,
of
they just
looking
lost.
at it.
They ran out of batteries and they lost talent.
Well, I think that the thing of it is basically what the Lakers did is basically, especially you got Antonio Davis, you got LeBron James, of course.
Isn't it Anthony Davis?
And don't forget, the Lakers also got back one of their draftees that was, I would say, traded in some sense.
That being?
And,
D'Angelo Russell,
yeah,
point guard.
Oh boy!
and with all that working all together, especially when you got Jack Nicholson in the building.
Well,
And that's it. Hold on, let me finish, Cody. And that's what happened. And Dylan Brooks, congratulations. The Grizzlies are no longer interested in having you on the team.
And Jose Miguel, you know what to say to Dylan Brooks.
well, Dylan.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Yeah.
Also, Jose Miguel, you know what to say about it.
I don't.
Well, he better learn.
Also,
He
I was gonna-
better learn how to speak some Chinese.
I was gonna say,
Grizzlies country, let's die.
shut up, Hagen.
Now,
No. You do not make fun of the Broncos. That's my job. If I want to make fun of the Colts, I would have done it right then and there.
wait, whoa. Now, also,
Moving on.
let's also discuss about what happened in Sacramento. One thing you do not do. We said this last year, and it bears repeat. You do not let the Golden State Warriors go on the run on you, because if you do, they'll run you straight up out of the court and right straight up out of the building. And that is what happened in Game 7 when they beat Sacramento 120-100.
I mean, it was
That's
kind of.
all on
It was
Steph.
kind of a close game, but not really. But
Well,
That was all on Steph.
Mhm.
Steph Curry, you fucked around and you found out.
Now, also, Miami in the first game of the Eastern Conference semifinals beat the New York Knicks 108-101.
both New York teams are out.
No, the Knicks is still in. Just Brooklyn that's ousted.
Mhm.
Oh, well, not
That-
yet. The
that-
Knicks
that
are out.
Yeah, Jose, that was game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Okay,
So-
sorry.
And I think what I said on Discord was that Miami is sending a clear message. They mean business. Especially if you got Jimmy Butler you're just gonna let Jimmy Butler just run all over you like that. So New York better go ahead and pick up the pace tonight, or else they're gonna be in big trouble heading into
Knowing
Miami.
knowing the Knicks, that ain't gonna happen. They're just gonna leave the pieces there and be like, yeah, we can work with what we have here.
Now, the Heat and the Knicks, they're playing tonight in the Garden. That game is supposed to tip off in about 9 minutes between the Knicks and the Heat. That's going to be a good game. And that game's going to be on TNT.
And here's a crazy one for you: Nuggets and Suns. The Nuggets are up 2-0 against Phoenix.
Damn.
I think is it Devin
Denver is the top team in the West.
No, I was about to say because I think one of the Suns players is hurt.
I think it's CP3.
Oh,
It was a groin tightness.
oh,
So as the Nuggets are up 2-0. Now later on tonight we're gonna have game 1 between the Lakers and the Warriors. So that is going to be
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that game is going to be a knockdown, drag out fight.
Oh, it is. And here's another thing. Joel Embiid, he had a grade 2 knee sprain. And it says though he's 50-50 for game 2. But he is trying to come back far sooner than normal.
Which is a big mistake.
I'd say
you don't want to.
I'd say you stay away and heal. Would you risk it?
No.
Thank you.
That might be a good idea. Probably might give you some time to heal up and get ready for the next game. But like I said, then again, this is the NBA playoffs here.
Yeah, so you might. Yeah, that is true. It's only nothing.
Playoffs. Every decision is critical.
And sometimes some decisions are good decisions, and some decisions where
you might as well just become the Brooklyn Nets. You might as well become the Nets.
Well,
nah, you may as well just be broken like the fucking. I want to say the Jazz, but no.
Well, I think let me just also throw this in real quick.
Go.
Because overall so far the NBA playoffs, we've seen a number 1 seed go down. We've seen a number 2 seed go down. We've seen a number 3 seed go down, and we have seen a number 4 seed gone down. So these playoffs have been, I'm not going to say predictable, but it's been unexpected. That's to say the least.
Yeah, and this is something you got to think about because the Lakers last time they were the 7th seed. Ironically, they lost the series to Phoenix, and the good news here is that they actually won a series against a 2 seed, which is Memphis. So you got to think of it being a little bit of a bounce back.
I mean, true, but here's the question: do you? Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. Do you think Memphis deserved the 2 seed or no?
In a way, they do because of their defense, but at the same time, though, like Carter said, Dylan Brooks, there's a time and a place to talk your shit, but when you're down 3-2, you better buckle up and shut up.
Yeah. As Jacob would say, shut up, clock in, and load up.
That's one way of putting it. Now you want to talk about unpredictable? Then we got to talk about what's been going on in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh my God!
Hang on.
Coach! How?
Can we start with the Boston Bruins?
Oh,
Can
but
we start with the Bruins first?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Bruins.
whoa, hold on. First of all, first and foremost, because I'm still scratching my head because the curse of the President's Trophy continues.
Okay.
Yep. How
As
did-
Brandon, hold on, as
Sorry.
Brandon brought up weeks ago, the last time a President's Trophy winner won the Stanley Cup was the Chicago Blackhawks. I forgot which year, but
2013. I think.
but from that point on, we have seen the President's Trophy winner either lose in the first round or the second round, or they don't even get to the Stanley Cup final at all. And well, here we are again. They lost to the Florida Panthers on Sunday in Game 7. There was a lot of disappointed people in Boston. There was a lot of folks disappointed that, Florida came from out of the blue, just came from out of the blue and beat them.
And then
Hold on, Cody. Not done yet.
Before we move on, just Boston Bruins. How in the hell did you choke? How the hell did you choke more than the Colts on Saturday last season?
It just wouldn't be an episode of this podcast without us taking a couple of bats and go swinging on some dead horses.
as Tree said it the best, you became the ultimate meme.
But yeah, absolutely. And let me also just throw this in.
And you know what's so fucked up?
Whoa,
Can you let Carter go?
Whoa. Let me also just throw this in. Boston, apparently, best record in the league. Over 130 points.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matthew, put up a big old sign saying, so what? Because it doesn't mean a thing if you don't have that bling, and they're not getting it this year.
I'm in danger.
Now, moving on for the first time in God knows so long, are the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Toronto for the first time since they won the NBA championship have finally won a Stanley Cup.
Well, they haven't won the Stanley Cup yet.
Not yet. They won a playoff. They won a playoff series. They need to win three more, and then we'll talk about their cup aspirations.
Hold on. See, let me explain something. This is the first time since I believe 2004 that the Toronto Maple Leafs have won a playoff series.
I believe so.
Yeah, and also they're going to play against the Florida Panthers in the Eastern Conference semifinals. That's going to be a very, very tough series. Now, last night was Game 7.
Yes.
At the Rock, and apparently, the New York Rangers forgot that there was a Game 7 last night because the Rangers lost to the Devils 4-0.
I think the battery disconnected. Carter, do you have any spare double A's?
Jose with those jokes. But here's the thing, but you do have a point because like as if, did the Rangers forget there was a game last night? Did they miss the train? Did they miss the plane?
Or maybe it was some of that devil magic that the devils somehow have, and they took their souls away.
Well,
who knows?
We never know.
And speaking of the Devils, they got Carolina up next.
Oh boy, good luck.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me bring this up real quick because this game is underway even as we speak. The Florida Panthers and Toronto Maple Leafs are doing battle in Game 1. That game is underway, and Florida already has the lead 1-0.
And this is in the Scotiabank Arena? Yeah, the Scotiabank Arena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so coming up later on this evening, we're going to have the surprising team out of the Western Conference, the Seattle Kraken, playing against the Dallas Stars.
That surprised me. No, actually, no.
Gentlemen, release the Kraken.
I think I said this in the podcast earlier that if the Kraken beats the Avalanche, that wouldn't be a surprise. Though it would be a big badge on them as the rookie team.
I think that's the thing which everyone pretty much got caught off guard. Everyone expected the Colorado Avalanche to basically walk all over.
I mean, true, but I mean, if you think about it,
With Kraken's like, are we really that much of a joke to you?
I mean, here's the thing: they are a new team, so then again, look at look at Vegas. All right, they were the new team. They got the Stanley Cup final, but then they got curbs up by Washington. But that's nothing. All right, at least Dan Snyder was running it. Now, as long as Seattle keeps up this pace, we could see another expansion team get to the Stanley Cup Finals, and maybe, I'm not saying it will happen, but maybe
Here's a question for
they'll
you,
win the
Miguel.
Stanley Cup.
Here's a question for you, Jose Miguel.
Mhm.
Would you like it to see a Western Conference Final be, I don't know, a battle of two expansion teams?
I was about to go in that direction. We could see Vegas and Seattle do battle in the Western Conference Final.
I mean, to be honest, I don't mind seeing it, because here's the thing. Vegas has been very desperate to get back to where they once were.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest with that. They're going to be very desperate to get back to where they once were. But I just don't see that happening. I could see Vegas maybe choking in their Eastern
Western.
Conference? Western. I could see Vegas choking in the Western Conference, in the Western Championship.
Well, they're playing against. Right now, I think that series against Everton is supposed to start tomorrow.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If Edmonton shows up, that'll be a good game. If they don't show up, don't bother. So all Vegas needs to do is show up, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of which team will show up and which team will be left behind. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm. So let me do this
first.
real quick. Tomorrow, we do have the Devils and the Hurricanes. They're gonna do battle in Raleigh in Game 1. And of course, later on, we are going to see the Oilers and the Golden Knights.
At the T-Mobile Arena down in Sin City.
Mm-hmm. Now, I like this because this is a perfect segue into baseball. Now, I brought this up Thursday during our draft coverage that the Oakland A's are getting ready to move to Las Vegas.
In a couple of years.
Yeah, in a couple
Oakland,
of years.
do something.
Yeah. Here's the thing. And first of all, I was joking about this over the weekend. I said, someone must have been watching this podcast because Jose said that the Oakland A's should tank. Well,
Oakland! It was a joke!
They entered that Sunday's game already they were at 5-23.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. Now I was saying to myself, I said, boy, someone must have heard Jose say Oakland should tank and took them seriously. But I think overall, though, as I was saying, as Brandon brought up in a couple of years, the A's are going to move to Las Vegas. They bought some land to build a brand new stadium. And
here's my question: is it going to be a closed roof? Because here's the thing: we know how hot the desert can be in Nevada.
I think it has to be retractable roof. It has to be because we know how hot it gets in the desert.
Yes. Plus, if it's a nice day and you get a great view of the Las Vegas Strip, done deal.
Mm-hmm.
Done deal. However, I kind of want the A's to stay in Oakland. Just for the simple fact that wait, hold on. Let me cook for a second. Let me explain something. You already have the Raiders in Las Vegas. You already got the Knights. Do you really want a third sports team in there just to crowd it up, or do you just want to leave them in Oakland just to keep the space separately?
Well, first of all, Jose, there's a you forgot that there is a WNBA team in Las Vegas, the Aces. Um,
I
so
kind of forgot. I kind of forgot about the WNBA, but that's just me. I'm sorry.
well, that's
No
okay.
disrespect. I'm sorry to you WNBA fans. I'm sorry. I'm just a jackass. All right, leave me alone.
Eh.
You can catch me in the back alley and you can stab me with a knife. Now,
Oh, come
No.
on. That's low. That's low even for you. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I brought this up Thursday. Uh, Raiders owner Mark Davis was complaining about it. Now, I brought this up Thursday, and I'll repeat it again here tonight. Does Mark Davis live in a glass house of which we should know of? Because remember, it was Mark Davis that thought it was a great idea to move the Raiders from Oakland to Las Vegas.
It
can I
sure
throw a
shit
brick
not
at the Can I
bulletproof.
throw a brick at the glass house?
It won't be bulletproof.
So I mean, so who's Mark Davis to bitch and moan and complain about the A's moving to Las Vegas? They're not even going to play in the same stadium. Their stadium's going to be built a little bit further down the road.
I know, but here's the thing: if somehow, I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope to God it doesn't, but maybe it would be interesting. Would the Oakland A's share space with the Raiders? I don't see that happening because
No,
that stadium was not built.
is not built for
built-
baseball.
Exactly. But, eh?
But now there's already
Vegas, you have any ideas? You got all the money. You take all the old people's money. Use it for something.
Well, hold on, Jose, because there's already a baseball stadium in the Las Vegas area.
Wait, hold up. How?
Unfortunately, number one,
It's a minor league.
It's minor league. It can only hold up to 10,000.
Okay, I'm back.
Kind of. Hold on, which kind of ironic because if you look at the attendance that the A's have been having over the past couple of days,
Hey, it's a perfect fit. It can actually fit all your fans in one.
yeah, well, that's true. So that's one way of looking at it.
It is, yeah, because all of them are damn near stopped becoming Oakland A fans.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, hold on, Cody.
Hagen, hold on.
Now, here's the thing, because
No.
as we are getting ready for the getting ready to go into May baseball, the injury bug has been taking its toll on baseball.
oh no.
Okay, hold on a second. Before you run down, I want to know the major ones, the major injuries that are happening over there.
Well, I know Brandon brought up about Thursday about what Aaron Judge. Is it Aaron Judge that got hurt?
It was
No,
Judge.
Judge, and then I believe Stanton too.
Mm-hmm. Now, so I mean, it's the injury's taking its toll. Let me also bring up that Bryce Harper is set to make a comeback. He's set to
Oh
come
God.
back from he had Tommy John surgery, so he's set to come back.
Yes.
So also, speaking of Tommy John surgery, one of Colorado Rockies pitchers is getting ready to have Tommy John surgery. Let me make sure I get his name. Yeah. German Marquez is going to have Tommy John
Herman Marquez.
Excuse me. So also, Houston is getting ready to go through the injury bug because Luis Garcia is on the IR. Is on the IL. Excuse me. Yeah, so he's on the 15-day injured list. So, oh boy. So injuries are beginning to take their tolls here. In the MLB. Also, Lou Trevino is getting Tommy John surgery. So, the injuries are taking its toll. Let me also bring up, like we said, Carlos Rodon, is now experiencing some back discomfort.
Carlos Rodon.
So he's experiencing some back discomfort. This is beginning to sound like General Hospital.
General Hospital Baseball Edition.
Yeah, I mean, because we're getting a lot of injuries. But let's go ahead and run through the scores real quick. Because there's a lot to go through.
Yeah.
First of all,
At least it wasn't DAs for General Hospital.
we're in the middle of the fourth
Major
inning right
General Hospital Week.
Yeah, right now
Moving on. Let's get the scores.
Yeah, we're in the
Carter,
bottom
run
of
them
the
down.
fourth. Hold on. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Braves are leading the Marlins 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth.
Oh
We
yeah.
have a
That is in the
rain.
Lone Depot Park in Miami.
Yeah, we have a rain delay right now between the Mets and the Tigers. So that game hasn't started yet, but they're in a rain delay.
That's Detroit. What else is new?
Also,
The Blue Jays are facing the Red Sox down in Fenway Park. Well, right now, it's 1-0.
Also going on at the same time, we got the Pirates and the Rays. This
No
game
score yet
in the top of the fourth.
in Tropicana Field.
I think it just be me that maybe my ears are probably clogged up. But I know he meant to say pirates. He says pirate. But it sounded like he said pilots.
Duh.
And
Moving on.
Yeah, that's what I said. I could have sworn I said Pirates. But right now in the top of the third, the Cubs and the Nationals are scoreless.
That's in National Park at the nation's capital.
Also in the top of the third, the Guardians and the Yankees are scoreless.
Yes. With Garrett Cole on the mound in the Bronx.
Also in the top of the third, it's scoreless between the Twins and the White Sox. White Sox are at 8-21.
Don't be surprised. They're gonna miss the postseason anyway.
Only because of who the manager is.
Well, we can't blame Tony La Russa because he resigned after the season, so we can't blame him. Also, at the 2 innings, we got the Red Sox leading the Blue Jays 1-0.
I just mentioned that.
Yeah.
The game just started at Kauffman Stadium as the Royals play host to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Boy,
You think the Orioles are showing improvement?
Yeah, I think they are. But at the same time, though, this is just the beginning stages of the regular season. Wait till the later half.
Also,
let's see.
Let's not forget. Like I said, the White Sox are 8-21. Kansas City is 7-22. So, just putting it out there that look at the competition they're playing against.
Also, we got there's a few games warming up. One of them, of course, is at Busch Stadium in St. Louis as the Cardinals play host to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Great. So most Angels fans can actually get drunk from Busch.
I was about to say, Cardinals are having a disappointing start this season. They're 10-19, so they still got some time to put some pieces together. But beginning to think the Magic's beginning to fade at this point. I mean, no Albert Pujols. He retired.
Yeah.
Yanni Molina, but you know what? We'll just have to see where this goes because there could be some process going that we don't know.
Now you know what? There might be some learning. They might be going through some growing pains. So
true.
And speaking of growing pains,
Adam Wainwright still has some in the tank, so he's still going.
We also have. Hold on. We also have the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. That's coming up.
Oh yeah, that's coming up in Global Life Park in Arlington.
Yep. Yeah. Also, we got the Giants and the Astros. That's coming up.
Yeah, that's down at Minute Maid Park.
We also have the Battle of the Beers because we got the Milwaukee Brewers and the Colorado Rockies.
That's at Coors Field at the Mile High Stadium. At the Mile High City, I should say.
Yeah.
But you get.
Look at it and they're like, how are we sucking more than them?
Well, Colorado is at 9-20, so You talk about dumpster fire. We got the Seattle Mariners going to travel up to a literal dumpster fire in the Oakland A's. Oakland is I'm not making this up. Oakland is 6-23.
Oakland, stop it. Stop taking my advice. It's a joke.
Stop!
Anyway.
Stop! He's already dead.
Do me a favor. Please continue to tank. 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 Please continue to tank.
Careful, Jose. You might get your wish.
I want it to happen. I want it to happen. I want it to happen. I want it to happen.
Shut off.
We got coming up.
We got the Padres playing host to the Cincinnati Reds.
You
Oh,
know
yeah,
the Padres.
That's what I was gonna talk about, because on another episode of VWU Sports versus Late Payments, they actually decided to make a late payment. They're keeping the TV rights to the Cincinnati Reds.
I wish they would have. I wish they would have lost it.
Well, here's the thing. I got a question. Well, technically, doesn't Cincinnati own an equity in that
VWU Sports?
network? Yeah.
Well, earlier today they pay the rights fee to the Reds.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They will lose it. I promise you, they're gonna lose it.
Nope, they're not losing it.
Wait.
Because here's the thing. Because first of all, Cincinnati. Well, don't you be seeing their games, Cody?
No clue.
But I think that here's the thing, and we spoke, and we know regional sports networks aren't lasting too long. Fact have been, excuse me for a second.
And also, the owner of the Reds need to shut up.
Yeah, I think that is a definite must, because he's not helping his case at all. One more thing, one more game to talk about. We got the Phillies and the Dodgers.
Oh God, that's in Dodger Stadium.
You know, for a second. All right, there we go.
I promise you, I'm not drunk.
No, he just likes he likes tanking teams.
Eesh. Well, I think that.
Yeah, the Colts are gonna be next. Now.
Fuck you.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, I think let me just bring this up real quick, because if you look over at the standings real quick, and no, I'm more concerned about teams that just struggling at this point, because the White Sox are at 8-21, the Warriors are at 7-22, the A's are at 6-23, so and I kind of feel bad for the Oakland Raiders. Not the Oakland. I don't know why I said the Oakland Raiders. I feel bad about the fans of the Oakland A's, because they stood by this team. They supported this team through thick and thin. And for their owner to be, well, forgive me for my language, but for their owner to be an asshole and just flat up and just
let it out.
Just move the team. You have to wonder, you have to question, first of all, are they really tanking on purpose? Are they really tanking on purpose to the point to where the fans just don't want to show up? I mean, you already made the mayor of Oakland mad and angry. So, nice job, fellas. But, so apparently the deal which they have at the Howard Terminal, that's off the table now. I say, okay,
I know Jose Miguel would like to rip into the owner of the Cincinnati Reds.
Bill Castellini, I really have nothing to say about him. He just makes a fool of himself.
Yeah, he doesn't need Jose's help in doing that.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I could pour more gasoline into an open fire, but then again, he's already doing that himself.
No. You pour gasoline into a fire, you make it to a supernova. So watch it.
I mean, if Jose ran the Titanic, it'd be the Titanic.
Cody, go to the corner.
No.
Yes.
Here. take this time and think about what you've done. Now,
You have earned a singular yike.
Now, here's the thing, and let me finish.
Yes, Carter.
I think that when you have owners who deliberately just screw their team over just so that they can make the team look profitable, and the fans lose out in the end, and that's really, really unfortunate. And like I said, if the A's move to Las Vegas, Major League Baseball is going to lose a very, very loyal fan base. And let this be a message to Tampa Bay, because if you don't think this is going to happen to you, you better think again. So you better find some way to fix up Tropicana Field, or else you too gonna start relocating. Because I hear that Nashville is in the running.
Wait, doesn't Nashville have a freaking minor league team there?
Yeah, Nashville has. The Nashville Sounds.
That's what I thought.
I want to quickly get back to the Cincinnati Reds, right? That I hope to God this doesn't evolve into a Dan Snyder-esque situation, because if it does,
oh God,
oh boy.
Oh, trust me, it will. He's already in fucking hot water. We're trying to miss payments with the Commanders. I hope whoever buys the Commanders does something right with them.
No, that's already done. The buyout of the Commanders is already done. I'm talking about Phil Castellini.
Hold on, Jose. It's
not
done
yet.
It's not done yet.
Not yet. But I'm talking about Phil Castellini. I don't want that to become into a Dan Snyder-esque situation with Phil Castellini and Cincinnati Reds, because they already lost the city. They lost the fans. What's next to lose?
His dignity.
Thank you,
their
Brandon.
bank accounts.
Okay, that's another one, but that's another one, but that's further down the line. Their dignity. Brandon pointed that out.
What dignity does Dan Snyder still have other than missed payments?
No, I'm talking about Phil Castellini, the owner of the Cincinnati Reds.
Listen for once, Hagen.
But Castellini's running mouth, all this crap. He's gonna run the Cincinnati Reds into the freaking ground like Dan Snyder has done to the Washington Commanders. I don't want this situation to happen where Phil Castellini has to be forced to sell the Cincinnati Reds, have a dirt sheet of the MLB's top secrets, and threaten to leak them out if they force him out of the owners box. If that makes any sense.
So basically, Jose, what you're saying is that the day when I can't pronounce his name,
Phil Castellini,
when he sells the Reds, this happens.
Let the joyous news be spread. The wicked old witch at last is dead.
No, God damn it.
It probably, but I just hope that this situation with the Cincinnati Reds and Phil Castellini doesn't evolve into a Dan Snyder-like situation. Because if it's so,
okay, let's wait 5-6 months.
Yeah, I'll give it a year. I'm gonna give it this whole season, and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna keep eyes on the Reds. Okay. Okay, cool. Now,
go ahead. I thought you were gonna say something else.
No. I want you to continue, Carter.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. All I gotta say is, we got some basketball. We're in the heat of it. I put it that way, because we got the MLB
started.
Yeah, we got the NBA playoffs. We got the NHL playoffs.
In case I didn't bring this up, we got the London series coming up on June, like the second to last week of June, which ironically, it's my birthday weekend, as we're going to see the Cubs and the Cardinals head to London.
That's good. That's good, Brad, and I'm sure Olga will be happy.
Yeah, but I'm just going to leave it there. We thank you
Also-
so much for joining us this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Taking time out of your busy schedule, joining us this evening.
And also,
Colonel
folks,
Bean,
it's
go ahead.
it's been a month since we transitioned from our last streaming platform to YouTube.
Let me go ahead and finish.
Yeah, please.
We want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. By all means, please like our channel, like this channel, so that you can stay informed whenever we go live. Come on and join in on the bar. Hopefully both Jose and Cody stay sober.
And Brayden actually wakes up from his hibernation.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. For Brandon, for Jose, for Cody, I am Keith Pakistan. Thank you for joining us this evening. We'll see you on down the road. Take care of yourself and each other. Till then, good night, everybody.
Yeah, boys.
See you all in for episode 76.